In our previous video, we showed you how to automate a demand letter in Word and some of the features that are available. In this video, I'm going to go through and show how I would do fields and things in Knackly. I've got my demand letter, and I'm just going to go through. I've got my Knackly add-in here. I'm going to add a new template. I'm going to call it demand letter. I already have a demand letter, so I'm going to do version 2 in this case. And I'm just going to copy and paste this right into here. In this case, I've got a demand letter, and we're representing Jane Doe, and she was terminated from the company. I've got who am I addressing this letter to, and I'm going to say it's the opposing party, and we're going to the name of the person, so I can put in full name. I can put in their title, and I can do the address. I'm just going to do a block address. Block address in this case means I'm going to put the address on the first line and the city state zip on the second line. And I'm just going to insert my gender, and I want salutation, so that will give Mr. Mrs. Certainly I could put just Dear John or something else in there. In this case, I already have a matter name, so I can go ahead and click on that, put in the matter name, and then I'm going to put the file number, which I've got the file number as well. And we've retained by, and this is our client, so I can do gender. And the cool thing is by selecting salutation, I can put my salutation in there and then put the full name. And then here I've got last name, so I can just insert last name with respect to termination from company. So I will put her, which is based on gender. From Jones and Associates. Entity name there. Company. If I were to use Word, I'd have to take this language and recopy it into the next document. But I can go through and create some language here that I can use. I'm going to create a new variable. It's going to be a text variable. I'm just going to call case facts. And then I can put that information in, and that can be used in any letter that I send out. We'd like to resolve this by date. I'm going to do a date. Resolution date. And let's get mess in here. Let's get a few more bits of information. Certainly I could copy from up top as well if I wanted to. And let's just say I want this to be a selection. There's a few different situations. A court case, whatever that might be. I'm going to add a new variable. I'm going to say it's going to be a selection variable, and next step. Let's just call it that. Then it's going to pull up some information, and I can put my next steps in here. Going to court, small you could whatever makes sense here. And I can go through and insert that. Next step. And I can select who the responsible attorney is, and I'll just put their full name in here. Click Save. Now I've uploaded it. So I've got my document in here. The other thing that I do want to add is December date, and do an initial letter date. I'm going to add a variable. And put that information in. Click Save. Next, I'm going to go through and automate this next one, and it will be in fast forward so you can see how it will work. Now in the next video, we're going to go through and do a side-by-side comparison of how you would do it in Word with a copy and replace, 2 demand letters, and what it would look like in Knackly with 2 demand letters. And you'll start to see the difference in how quickly you can start to create documents.